Good morning, guys. It's your old pal Brian. It's I don't know, whatever the date is. I am pleased to say we're finally slowing down a little bit. We've kind of been running wide open. When we went to New York, you know, it's everything is expensive, and what you try to do is to maximize your time there. So we had basically 3 useful days, and we took in lost it. And as such, we maximized our time. We stayed in New Jersey across the Hudson River from New York, only way you can afford it, and really neat parking lot RV joint, Liberty Harbor, pretty neat. They reminds me of a place we stayed in Wisconsin, in that during the winter that whole parking lot is full of boats, and when the water turns back to liquid, they put the boats in the water, and then all of a sudden you have an open parking lot, and they're able to maximize their monies by utilizing same as an RV park. So that's pretty cool. We try not to leave the dogs more than 6 hours. Ollie has been a joy in that it took Ellie years, like 3 years, before we could leave her alone. Because if you left any sumptuous meal where she could get it, she would get it. Or just chew up stuff, you know, they chew.
5 minutes.
So we would, you know, it takes us an hour to get wherever we're going, because you're on the other side of the river and you got to get a subway. But as such, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. I mean, able to see, upper and lower Manhattan, toured by Ho-Ho bus, and I think I might put a little oil on these guys too. I don't think I've oiled them yet. These are the micro mini helicopters. But yeah, we got to do the tour of the Statue of Liberty, not just from the water, but physically on land. Went to the state park and then to the national park.
4 minutes.
And then got to tour Central Park. Yeah, we would have liked to have biked that ourselves as well, Cynthia, but truly we've never been there. You pay a guide, and you're kind of exhausted anyway running around. You pay a guide, he tells you everything you need to know, from John Lennon's apartment to the zoo. There's a little zoo there in Central Park, oddly enough. But yeah, our time is just so limited. So that put me behind on watching Dale's videos, but I'll catch up on them. That's what's nice. There's a repository, and when we get busy, we watch each other's stuff. He knows my policy. When you're with real human beings, and not that we're not real vicariously, but when you're pressing the flesh, so to speak, that's more important than having to listen to Brian's blather. Because at this point, after about 8 or 10 years, it's pretty much all the same. We're doing this and signing that. Provisioning up. We actually provisioned up today. I was able to fly the countryside, and of course it was cloudy, but that's okay. You'll just see a bunch of greenery for about 10 minutes. So yeah, we provision up today. We're going to be in Penobscot Bay, Maine tomorrow. It's a 250-mile ride. We'll leave about 6:30 in the morning and arrive around 1.
2 minutes.
We successfully drove through New York City over the George Washington Bridge. Never done that. And really was nervous about that for years. I'm like, you know what? Let's just go. We have an RV application, routing and planning and trip planning application now, and it's matured rather nicely because it used to be a piece of crap. When you are 13 foot 3 inches high, you got to be real careful about where you go. You're not going to be able to do a bunch of different things like the New Jersey Garden Expressway. It's limited on height. I actually ended up with Garden State Expressway. I actually accidentally ended up on that dang thing a few years ago, and I'm like, man, I think we're on the wrong road. And sure enough, all the overhangs are just low. But if you went in the middle, I found out, you could actually do it. And I figured I'd get a ticket or something, but you know. AMRC, McMoyer, Virginia Bareback Boy, I saw your video and I haven't commented yet. Oh, it was lovely. The playlist, everything was lovely.
30 seconds.
Really neat to see you enjoying the trikes.
Twenty, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14,
I say the trike.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer 1 elapsed.
Man, this place is empty when we got here. It is starting to get full. I actually have a mild conundrum. To get out of here, I got to take that truck. That's amazing here. That thing flies for 7 minutes. Landing. I got like 4 batteries.
Throttle hold.
That truck has to go down that hill. Well, the back end of this rig is real low, so I think I'm going to back out and go that way. Things you got to worry about with your little house, huh? Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Sorry about that. What else? Yeah, we're going to be right on Penobscot Bay. I don't know if she's got us backed up exactly to the water line, but the whole place, you can see the water. That's pretty cool. Penobscot Bay. I don't remember the name of the joint, but they're in Maine.
Binding.
And then the 15th, we arrive in Presque Isle, Maine, our summer place. And I'm really jazzed about getting there and standing down for a while. Oh man, that thing must have self-discharged. Rats. Oh well, we'll fly the other one again. Landing.
Throttle active.
Rats. Excuse me. Yeah, the MD500 must have self-discharged. Yeah, we're jazzed about getting there. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to end up, my fireplace finally died. It just died, you know, it's just so, you know, it gets used so much. You look at the printed circuit board in there that runs it, that thing is wore out. It's baked. So what I finally ended up doing was I found a replacement for it, no worries, actually by the same manufacturer, a little bit different color scheme, which I like. But I don't want to order anything until I'm actually on property in Presque Isle. I know it seems crazy, but you know, your truck can break down and it may be 6 weeks getting it fixed. You know, that's how stuff goes. Or the rig may, you know, well, most of it's just running gear, but let's say something breaks up underneath it. Now I've ordered bunch of stuff to meet me up there in Presque Isle, and I ain't there, or it may be a while before I get there. So, homie, don't play that. I want to be set up before I order it, and it takes about 7 days for it to get to you. Free shipping, nice. That includes medicines, stuff I got to get from Amazon. I actually, I went ahead and joined like Walmart Prime, and as such, what's nice is that they're free shipping too. Well, there's about 5 vendors for ordering the new fireplace. Well, none of them have free returns. They won't take returns. There's something about it being hazardous material or something like that. Well, that is not what it says at Walmart. So it's $10 cheaper, the same shipping time, with the extra added advantage of being able to return the thing. George from South Kakalaki, always good to hear from you. My pal Fergie. What a great guy. Him and his lovely wife. They met us up there in Lake Placid, New York. Finally. God, one year he got COVID, then the next year I actually got sick with a terrible head cold. And 3 years later, we were actually able to meet and enjoy dinner together. So that was really nice. And his wife packed us a swag bag. She was so cool. We actually still use some of their stuff. They packed us. The girls. Gosh, how many do we have? Vanessa, McKenna, Cassie, Josh.
4 minutes.
Gail, that's Gael for those of you that want to learn how to spell Captain Crunch's dog's name. What else? Who else? Oh, Rick Azir. I didn't get to take the Staten Island ferry because I'm running wide open. However, they give you a tour of the Hudson with the State Park ferry. So we actually went on over into New York inadvertently because we got on the wrong ferry. But yeah, we got to see the Hudson and where Sully Sullenberg did his thing, and I'm going to tell you, I would go back to New York in a heartbeat. I'd like to see a Broadway show, which we didn't get to do, and a couple other things. I'd like to have gone on the museum ship, the aircraft carrier, where they actually have they must have took a crane and put a SR-71 Blackbird on it, so it's kind of cool. As if it had landed on there. Yeah, I'd like to have seen that, but yeah. So all is well. You'll hear from me again. We're going to slow down now. We're going to the the Penobscot Bay thing on the eastern coast of Maine in the coming days. And
throttle home.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. And I'll be able to catch up on everybody's video. Tomorrow morning, like I said, we cut out of here bright and early. Probably leave out here about 6:30 to get our day over with. It's a long day. You know, you have to concentrate when you're hauling this thing. And let's say when you're hauling it through New York on I-95, you need to be awake for it. And I'm glad I am. See ya.